What's up, everybody? I'm Sly, the movie guy, and here's my top 5 movies of 2020 so far. Now, 2020 is not over with yet, but we're kind of getting closer and closer to that end of the year and stuff. So, this is just me giving out my top 5 favorite movies of 2020 so far, and this list is not finalized yet. It's right now. This is my top 5 films. That could change later on as I watch more movies. But right now, this is just my top 5 favorite movies of 2020 so far. And by the end of this video, let me know in the comment section down below, what are your top 5 movies of 2020? Because my list is going to be different from yours. And that's the fun thing about it, because your number 1 is going to be different from mine. Number 2, number 3, number 4, and 5. Our top 5 is going to be very different. Might end up being the same. Don't know. But let me know in the comment section down below and have fun, because everybody's going to have different opinions. And we're movie fans. We know what movie gave us the best experience. So that's pretty much it. And let me start off with my honorable mentions before I get to the top 5. These films, I feel like, deserve some love and recognition. They were spectacular. I can see myself watching them over and over again. And they are The Way Back, Onward, Attraction. Those films were very, very good. They just didn't crack in my top 5s. But, hey, I highly recommend you checking these films out if you haven't seen them yet. Chris Hemsworth's performance was great in Attraction. The camera work, the action is phenomenal in that film. Onward, a good family kids film. I recommend you checking that one out. If you have kids, hey, buy this on DVD. Your kids will enjoy it. And The Way Back, if you love sports movies, hey, that's a spectacular movie. I mean, Ben Affleck's performance is really great. I mean, this is like Oscar nominee. His performance, man. I mean, he made that movie what it is. It's so underrated. I recommend that film. Highly recommend it, man. It's really that good. And with Attraction, if you love action movies, I recommend that one. It's a very underrated action movie, so check that one out. And Onward, if you're looking for like a good kids movie, hey, this is a good one. Recommend that one. And now we get into my top 5. And with all that being said, let's just get started. Sonic the Hedgehog. Wow. I remember when that trailer came out in 2019. That's horrible Sonic design. I was just like, nah, this is not for me at all. It really, as a Sonic fan, I was just like, oh Lord. I was like, I couldn't watch any more of it. But when Paramount said they're going to change the Sonic design, and then they put out a new trailer, and I think it was like early this year, it looked really good. I was like, yes, this is the Sonic that I remembered and loved, and gave me like hope that this is going to be a good video game movie. And it was. I mean, I left out the movie theater surprised. I was just so happy. Ben Schwartz did a fantastic job voicing Sonic. I like the relationship with James Marsden's character and Sonic. It absolutely works in this film. And one of the best things about the Sonic movie is Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik. His performance as Dr. Robotnik is what I remember Dr. Robotnik being like crazy, everything. And Jim Carrey's craziness of Dr. Robotnik fit in this movie. Everything about it was so good. Sonic eating chili dogs. It brings those nostalgia memories that you remember from like the Sonic cartoons where you eat chili dogs and stuff. It was just so good. I mean, I love Sonic. I'm the big Sonic fan. I mean, I love this character. I mean, when I get back, I said this on my review, and if you've been on the channel, you've seen a review where I talk about where I get back home from elementary school and play the video game on Sega Genesis. I love the Sonic game. I mean, it is just so fun. Everything about Sonic and everything. This film is just great. And if you're a Sonic fan, I highly recommend you checking this one out. You will not be disappointed. This is a fun film from start to finish. The Gentleman. I know a lot of people have this at number 1 right now or number 2. I love the movie. It's in my top 5. Don't think that I have it number 4. It's a bad thing. It's a good thing. I love this movie. I just have other films better than this, but man, this film was just good. And this is directed by Guy Ritchie, the guy that did Aladdin last year. That just didn't work for me. But hey, if you enjoy Aladdin, fine. But that film Aladdin just wasn't my cup of tea. But man, this is the Guy Ritchie film I was looking for, man, and this one delivers. I mean, this is the Guy Ritchie I know from Lost Stock and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch. He was just he brought that style. I was like, yes, yes. Everything in this film, each scene was just so good, and I was just so blown away. I mean, the casting was good. Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, Hugh Grant, Henry Golden, Colin Farrell. The list goes on. There was like an all-star cast in this movie. Everything about the movie, the dialogue, what the storyline, everything in this movie worked, and I watched this movie like 3 or 4 times after I did a review on my channel about it. It was just so great. And this was one of the movies I missed that came out earlier in January this year. And I was mad. I was like, oh man. After I like watched it on DVD and I bought it like recently, I think like last month on DVD, I was just like, man, why I missed this in theaters? Why that's the one movie I hate I missed in the theaters. It's so good. I mean, I'm still debating which is my favorite Guy Ritchie film, Lost Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, or Gentleman. I'm gonna say right now, The Gentleman, I had to give it more time since Lost Stock and Two Smoking Barrels and Snatch been out for a while. I say those are my favorite Guy Ritchie films. I say probably Snatch is my number one, or Gentleman. All three of them, it might bounce off, but until I rewatch Lost Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, I'll give my final judgment. But man, The Gentleman right now, I really love this film. It's just so rewatchable. Everything, great dialogue, very quotable lines in this movie. Everything about it was good from start to finish. I highly recommend you checking this one out if you haven't seen it yet. And if you like Guy Ritchie films, like Lost Stock, Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, then you'll love this movie. I guarantee it. Bad Boys for Life. Woo! I am happy to say this is one of my favorite films of 2020. I mean, so far, it's just so good. And I've been waiting for this film for a long time. I mean, from 2016, 17, 18, when I heard that they was talking about it, I was like, yes, we're going to get it. And then it had, like, production problems and stuff. I was like, oh, no. I was looking forward to it. I was like, man, I guess we ain't going to get a Bad Boys 3 movie. And when Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, one of them put it on Twitter, said it's going to happen, I was like, yes. And I was just happy. And then they said it was coming out in 2020. I was just like, yes, we're finally getting a Bad Boys movie. But I was a little bit scared because the movie was coming out in January. And usually movies in January are not good. So I was like, oh, man. I was just like, is this going to be any good? And I left out the movie theater. Surprise. This was a fantastic movie. I mean, everything. I mean, Martin Lawrence, Will Smith chemistry haven't skipped a beat. I mean, I was like surprised. I was like, man, these guys, were they together before they made this film? I mean, the last time they done a film together was in 2003. So that was like long years apart. I mean, 2003, 2020. And their chemistry was just on point, man. I mean, woo! It was just so good. I mean, everything about it, it just is. That's what really makes the movie really good. Their chemistry, and the action was just so good. I mean, everything about it. I mean, this is just one of those action films I can see myself watching over and over again. The comedy was good in the film. Martin Lawrence is just so funny. Will Smith, charisma just is fantastic. I mean, everything about it was so good. The directors did a fantastic job. I can't pronounce the names. Everything about it. The villain in this film, man, it's so good. First two, the villains, but here, woo, absolutely was spectacular from start to finish. Everything about this film is great. I'm not gonna say much. If you love action movies, just check this film out. It's worth the watch. The Invisible Man. Woo. And usually, like when movies come out, like horror movies, usually some of them are just not good. We just leave out the movie theater, be very disappointed. But I remember seeing this earlier this year, didn't know what to expect and stuff. But man, I left out the movie theater blown away. This is one of the best horror films I've seen in recent years. I mean, if you've seen some of the ones that came out early January this year, that I did, they were not good. this one will not disappoint you at all. The Invisible Man is absolutely a blast from start to finish. I mean, Lee Whannell did fantastic directing this film, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future when it comes to horror films. I mean, whenever they do like a next horror project film, please let Lee Whannell direct it. This guy knows how to bring that suspense level that puts you on the edge of your seat. I mean, this film gives you all that. I mean, I was just on the edge of my seat when I watched this film because what the character that plays Elizabeth Moss, like the ex-boyfriend or something that was invisible, it just put you on the edge of your seat because it was just like killing scenes left and right. You were just like, oh, so you didn't know was in that scene or not. And Leo Whannell with the camera working on it, his direction, it just leave you like the way they were moving and stuff. You felt like that guy was there. You had that sense that guy was there. And every time I was just looking like, oh my God, is he there and stuff? And I love horror films. If you can give me that, it works for me every time. If you give me that suspense level, and this movie does that, and it gets 2 thumbs up. And what really helped this movie out is Elizabeth Moss' performance. She's just a fantastic actress. I mean, every moment in this movie, her performance just makes the movie better and better. I mean, she showed a level of fairness where she's saying her ex-boyfriend is there and nobody don't believe her. She ends up going to like a crazy like mental place or something because they think she's like very crazy, but she's really telling the truth that somebody's there. And her performance just makes the movie good, and it felt real. It didn't feel fake at all, and she just did a fantastic job. I mean, I couldn't get enough of it. It was like just investing to watch, and I just loved every moment of it. And it's just a fantastic horror film. Man, if anybody have this like in their top 10 horror films of all time, hey, I won't argue with you. This is really good. I mean, for me, I probably would put it maybe in top 15 or something like that. But man, it's just fantastic. I'd say go check this movie out. It is worth to watch. If you're a horror fan, please check this movie out. It's worth to watch. The Five Bloods is my #1 movie of 2020 for right now. This movie is just so incredible. I mean, everything. I mean, Spike Lee did a phenomenal job directing this film. I mean, everything. You can tell he put his heart into this film. I mean, everything. I mean, it proves Spike Lee knows how to direct a film. I mean, everything. Each scene was just so investing to watch. I mean, with our 4 veterans, we get their backstory and what their motivation is and stuff. It really works. And the performance out of our 4 leads were really, really good. Oh, God, everything. I mean, it was just so good. I believe they were just informed. I believed in these characters. The performance felt realistic. The whole thing in this movie was just felt so real. I mean, it felt like I was like really watching this like this is happening now. It was just so good. Everything about it. But man, the performance by Delroy Lindo, woo, man, oh man, this is, and if you see my review, I've already said this guy, his performance is just so spectacular. I mean, everything, everybody gets 2 thumbs up. This is just a spectacular movie from start to finish. I loved everything about it. I mean, the runtime might be an issue for you if you've seen the film and the runtime is long. It's about 2 hours and 45 minutes. But hey, it was so investing that I didn't think of the runtime at all, and I can see myself watching this movie over and over again. This is really good, and this to me is like probably like Spike Lee's top 10 best movies in his filmography. He did a fantastic job. The performances, the cinematography, everything with the drama and the war. I like how Spike Lee did a lot more drama than the war. Okay, if it was like a straight up war movie, I'd be like, okay, this is great. But him adding so much of the drama, make us learn so much about the characters and adding the stuff and from the past, recent stuff in our world just really pays off, showing the footage and stuff that really is kind of like like unsettling to watch and stuff as you watch the film. It was just like and then incorporating the Marvin Gaye with the music stuff that really is really good in the film. Like adding that in there, absolutely good. I mean, I love hearing Marvin Gaye songs and stuff. I mean, the Marvin Gaye stuff really works in the film. The music, it was good. Everything about the film is great, and I can see myself just watching this film. It's just so good, and I recommend you checking that film out if you haven't seen it yet. And that's it for my top 5 movies of 2020. Like I said in the beginning of this video, let me know in the comment section down below, what are your top 5 movies of 2020 so far? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know thoughts and opinions. Let me know. I can't wait to see everybody's list, what y'all have at number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5. Let me see that. I can't wait to see it. And that's pretty much it. And as always, if you like this video, click thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, click subscribe and the bell button for more future content. That's why I can see you next time on Slide the Movie Guy. Peace.